What's up, everybody? It's Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. Thank y'all for tuning in, rocking and watching and listening to the episodes on Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart and lean not to thy own understanding. Now, what is this? What is this scripture that's telling us? This is Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5. And so Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, let me just give you a little background, okay? A little background. Solomon wrote the book of Proverbs. And so Solomon, he prayed for wisdom. And so he prayed for wisdom, and so God gave him the wisdom that he prayed for. Anything that you pray and ask God for, he will do it. If it's the plans for your life. Listen. And so when Solomon prayed for that wisdom, God had gave it to him. And so Solomon wrote most of the book of Proverbs. But when you get down to Proverbs, the 31st chapter, you're gonna read about two men. And so they wrote that part of Proverbs, but Solomon wrote most of the book of Proverbs. So Solomon was a wise man, and so he gave wise counsel. And so you got wise counsel in your life. And so there are people around you. If you don't have wise counsel in your life, you need to have that type of wise counsel around. The type of wise counsel that Solomon talks about throughout the book of Proverbs, the type of wise counsel that Solomon and God wants us to have throughout our lives. And so the wisdom that Solomon prayed for in the book of Proverbs, it directs us to look less of ourselves. Now, when it says look less of ourselves, it doesn't mean that your self-esteem, to look at yourself low, to look at yourself as you're not beautiful, as you're not handsome. This scripture is not talking about that. There is a scripture for that where it gives you reassurance when you're feeling less or when you're feeling low about yourself. But you need to pick yourself up if you feel low about yourself, okay? And so the scripture is not saying that, but it's saying look less at ourselves and look more to God and to trust him completely. And so when we look less of ourselves and we look more to God and trust him completely, the things that are around us, the circumstances and the things that come up against us, we won't look at them. We won't look at those, and we won't, worship these things, or we won't worship, in an emotional sad state or in a happy state. But whatever goes on in our lives, we still trust God with the plans that he has for us. And so the second part in verse 5, it says, lean not on your own understanding. And so this verse just simply is just telling us to don't depend on your own understanding, because let me tell you something, you can misinterpret things. Because when you misinterpret stuff that is supposed to be, you're not supposed to misinterpret, because when you misinterpret, you can miss the blessing. And then so when you misinterpret, then you miss the lesson. And so you can't misinterpret things, because you're going to miss the lesson and you're going to also miss the blessing. And so don't misinterpret things. People in your life, this is why you have to grow up. You got to learn. You got to actually listen. You got to know how to accept constructive criticism. You got to know when people in your life is there to help you. Everybody in your life is not there to hurt you. Everybody in your life is not there to see you go down. But you got to open up your eyes spiritually. You got to ask God to remove the veil off of your eyes so that you are able to see what it is that he's trying to show you, what it is that he's trying to get you to understand. Listen, I'm talking to myself as well too. I'm not just talking to y'all up here. I ain't got it all together. So listen, you got to change the way that you feel about life. You can't misinterpret. I'm going to keep saying that throughout this video. Don't listen and not listen to respond, but actually listen, because people that are going to come inside of your life, you're going to have destiny helpers that's going to come. You have people out here on this earth. Let me tell you something. This is why they have pastors and preachers and leaders and all of these people out here that can help. God made this beautiful world. Look at this. God made all of this, baby. God G with the big G, baby, not the lowercase. Not the lowercase. But listen, he made all of this stuff, and so he got people on this earth to kill to carry out his assignment. And then you got the devil with the lowercase, guys, who's out to carry out his assignment. And so this is why you have to discern, and you have to know who's real, who's false, so that you're able to get on. So because when God come back, can't nobody say, God, I didn't know you. Because he had people here, baby. He had people here. And so the destiny helpers that's come, listen, you don't know your destiny helpers, they not going to look all glamored up. You're not even going to know who these people are. Your destiny helpers, you're not even going to know. And so these destiny helpers, they may be somebody that Shoot, they can help you with the stock market, with your finances. Somebody that can give you verbal wise counsel. Somebody that can you may want to get married one day. They can head you in the right direction and have a good marriage. Tell you how to listen. Tell you how to understand. Tell you how to be quiet sometimes. Tell you how to understand. Tell you how to be a man. Tell you how to be a woman. Listen, you got people, destiny helpers that can give you opportunities. Then you got destiny helpers that can head you in the right direction. All of your destiny helpers that's coming to you, they're going to lead you in the right direction. So you trust God with every path and direction, every move, every choice of your life. The strength. This is what we get ready to talk about something right here. So we got the strength and we got the peace. Stop praying for money. Stop praying for God to elevate you. Stop praying for God, Lord, take all this debt away from me. God, take this. Stop praying for that. Ask God for strength and peace of mind. Life aspects, that's basic. I need this. You don't understand. Pray for strength and peace. Wildlife aspects. If you don't say nothing else that I said on all of my videos or nothing that I said on this video, pray for strength and peace. Why? Because strength and peace is going to help you get to what you want to get to. It's going to help you break those generational curses. It's going to help you break your break that financial debt that you're probably going through. It's going to break that mental curse. It's going to break that bloodline that's been cursed because our grandparents or our mamas or daddies and our grandparents, our great grandparents, they did witchcraft, and now the whole bloodline is cursed. That's why God tells us not to dabble in it. So that's why we can't do that stuff, because we can curse our bloodline. And so listen, the strength and the peace that you got to have throughout the way to get through the journey, you got to have that strength. You got to pray for that strength. You got to pray for that peace. And then listen, Psalms 46:10 to tell her to be still. Listen, don't strive in your own strength. You can't strive in your own strength. Listen, if I didn't pray for the strength and the peace of mind, some of these people wishes will be granted out here for me to be in a mental asylum. But listen, peace be still. I got my peace, I got my joy, and can't nobody take it away. If you got your peace and your joy, don't let nobody take it away. That's why you gotta pray. You gotta fast. Some people fast for your downfall. So you gotta pray, you gotta pray and you gotta fast. But what they don't realize is that after they get off that fast, all hell break loose in their life. Then they wondering why your life ain't, why no hell ain't broke loose in your life. They don't know the God you serve. They doing lowercase g. We do the big G over here, baby. So listen. Proverbs tells us to direct and to not look less. To look less of ourselves and to more God, and to trust him completely. Why should I trust God completely? Life aspects, because he's gonna guide you. Anything that you need out here. Some of y'all ain't gave God a chance. The big guy, not the little one. Some of y'all ain't really gave him a chance yet. Some of y'all ain't really gave him a chance. Some of y'all still hanging around the same friends. They keep y'all in confusion. Some of y'all still doing the same things that keep y'all in like confused. Y'all listening to the wrong advice. They're wondering why this, wondering why that. Sometimes you got to actually listen to the people that's around you. Sometimes you got to actually listen to people that actually want to help you. And then you got to go and ask God, okay, what's going on? Because you don't need to be into mental chaos and into confusion into your life. Every day shouldn't be a bad day for you. You having suicidal thoughts, you got to rethink something, because let me tell you something, once you kill yourself, you're going to hell. No, nobody want to talk about that. If you kill yourself, you're going to hell, because God give it life and he the only one that can take it away. I love y'all. I see y'all in the part 2. I don't know when, but I see y'all.